4 ways to know if you have a valid personal injury claim. If you're watching this video, you may be wondering if you have a claim to pursue. So let's walk through the 4 elements that you'll need to think about. And it should answer the question at the end of this video, whether you have a claim. The next step, of course, and the thing that you're going to need to think about is what you do with that claim and whether you need help. So the first one, and this is just critical, you need to show negligence. Negligence means fault for the accident. Who's responsible? Who caused the injury? How did it happen? So the answer to that question will determine completely whether you have a claim or not. If you can't show that another party was negligent, or in fact, you're the negligent person, you don't have a personal injury claim. If you're negligent, you may have access to something called accident benefits or private benefits, but a tort claim, an injury claim, is premised on another party being negligent and responsible for causing your injuries. It's a key concept, negligence and causation, and you need those two parts together to form a personal injury claim. The second part is causation, is the actual physical injury. The negligence needs to be connected to an injury. Said simply, the person ran the red light, negligent, and hit my car, and I hurt my neck. That's causation. There's a physical injury caused by the negligent action. So you need to be able to show that you sustained an injury or a loss or damage that's connected to the accident or the at-fault party's conduct. How do we show that? We show that through personal statements, through hospital reports, through medical reports, physio, chiro, acupuncture, massage. We can do this by understanding other records from work, for example, if you have a loss of efficiency or an impact statement provided by a spouse, a partner, a friend, family members, whatever will help us appreciate where you were to where you are should help us understand that physical loss or the other losses or damages you sustained in the accident. That's what I'm trying to measure as a personal injury lawyer. The next part is evidence proof. You need to prove your losses or be able to support your losses. And this typically happens through documents. So let's think about economic losses. Say you can't go to work after you were involved in an accident. You should be able to show your payroll records from before, or tax returns, or a work schedule and the shifts that you canceled. Say that you're somebody who gets commissions or bonuses. Has your productivity been impacted? Did you lose out on sales? We should be able to see that in a contract or some other document through your workplace. Other records to support losses will be medical records or performance reports. When we're thinking about evidence to support losses, again, it should show how it was or what you could expect and what you've lost or where you are now. I'm trying to understand that gap and measure that gap, because to me as a personal injury lawyer, that maps out onto what your claim is worth. We're trying to measure ultimately at the end of the day, and that's based on documents. The fourth element, which is really, really important, is timing. Claims don't last forever. There's something called a limitation period, and this applies to every single action, meaning an injury. And the time limit is typically 2 years, but there's some exceptions. The common exception is a minor. Somebody who's young has a longer limitation period. But if you're an adult and you're involved in a personal injury claim or a car accident claim, the typical limitation period is 2 years. So what does that mean? It means that you have 2 years to settle or sue. So if you are actively negotiating your claim, you're talking to the insurance company, you could be negotiating numbers and all of this. If you go over 2 years, technically you could have impacted your rights. It doesn't mean that you have to settle your claim by the 2-year anniversary, however, because you can file paperwork with the court. We call this a statement of claim. And if you file legal paperwork with the court, you've met your limitation period and it allows you to continue your claim on further. So as a personal injury lawyer, what I do is I say, okay, when did the accident happen? Where are we in the process of the injury claim? Are we negotiating? What's going on here? And then I take steps to protect my client's rights. Ultimately, people hire me to protect their rights and advance their interests. So I'm very concerned about timelines and make sure that we take the steps needed to protect against it. And then I'm looking for that evidence. What happened in the accident? We have to prove negligence. What are the personal injuries? How can I support that with evidence? What are the financial losses? How do I support that with evidence? When you pair great advocacy with great evidence, you lead to a great result. If you have questions about a personal injury claim, what you can do to build your personal injury claim, and once you know that your claim is valid and you have a claim, how to maximize it and how to ensure that you actually get fair compensation, you should reach out to us. At Nova Injury Law, we're about education and informing the public. If you have a question on your mind, just ask. We've got so many questions from the public before. It's so simple for us to give you answers that will be helpful, that will be impactful, and help you make strategic decisions about what to do next. And if you need help from a personal injury lawyer, we're here to help you. So I look forward to hearing from you. I wish you all the best on your journey, and I hope this video has helped you answer critical questions about personal injury law. Take care.